I want to start us off with taking us back to the year 1986. Who was alive in the year 86? Yeah. I'm gonna date us a little bit. I was -9 years old. 95, baby. Yeah, sorry. Maybe you remember this day, but there was this really impactful day in 1986 where most Americans were glued to their TV watching the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger from Cape Canaveral. Anybody remember that moment watching on TV? Yeah. And what was so impactful about this day is as this shuttle lifted off, it carried 7 astronauts. One of those astronauts was a woman by the name of Krista McAuliffe. She was actually a teacher who had won a contest, 11,000 different applicants, to see who was gonna be the first civilian ever into space. And Krista won. Like, it was this monumental moment. Kids were glued to the screen, especially Krista's own students, watching her rise up into the air. And then if you remember this moment, you remember what happened. Devastating, devastating outcome. 73 seconds post-launch, Challenger exploded, and everyone on board lost their lives. And there was a scramble in terms of investigation, and after the aftermath, some of the different engineers were interviewed, and many of them shared, yeah, you know, we knew that a possible issue could arise in this launch. Like the O-rings that sealed the rocket boosters, they weren't built to work well within cold temperatures around launch. And it was an unusually cold morning that day in Florida. Like they were a little hesitant. They had run some things up the flagpole in terms of concern, but here's the deal. NASA as a whole said, nah, we are confident. We're confident in our track record. We're confident in all of the flawless launches up to this point, and yet here's the deal, 73 seconds. That's how long it took for confidence placed in the wrong thing to lead to nothing but disaster and devastation and loss. Southeast, if I could put it this way, what you place your confidence in either has the power to bring life or bring death. Here's the deal, I know myself. I think so often we can lean towards the latter. We can lean towards placing our confidence in things within our life and the world around us that we feel like are pretty stable. Like maybe for you, it was the degree, or the even before that, the scholarship that you just grinded for in high school and then into college, and just in all of these studies, you were just so placing your sense of value and worth into the hands of an admittance committee and then professors and Bursar's office to basically give you and stamp on you your sense of worth. Or maybe it's just the chase and the pursuit of the dream salary or the perfect house or the right number in the bank account, because you believe if you can just hit whatever that is, like you're justified, like you've proven you're enough. Maybe for some of us, it's social media. Right? Like you want the perfectly curated life that people click into your Instagram account or your Facebook wall and they see all the amazing pictures and the vacations and your beautiful family, and they're like, yeah, they got it going on. And yet you are just riddled with insecurities, and you're placing that sense of worth and value and validation into the hands of other people to come back to you, even though those same people you're handing your sense of worth over to have the same insecurities, as they're hiding behind their own screens and their own keyboards. Yeah, I think there's so many different, we could ask the question like, why? Like what's the sense behind placing our confidence in so many different things? I think for some of us, we're just trying to prove people wrong. Right? Like maybe it's the parent in your life that you felt like never believed in you, or it's the coach that cut you, or it's the relationship that ended, the person that left you. And so all of these things you're chasing in life aren't just you trying to accumulate things. You're actually trying to like build up a case to validate and be like a defense case against the people in your life that doubted you, to say, hey, see, look, you were wrong, I'm enough. Or maybe for some of us, it's just wanting to fill that void in our heart of the validation or the sense of worth that we never received from someone else. Like maybe all of the things that you're chasing in life, you believe one day will, out of the mouth of the person who loves you the most, whether it's a mom or a dad or someone, you're just dying for it, and you're dreaming for that day when you get X, they look you in the eye and say, I'm proud of you. I love you. We're chasing all of these things, but I don't want us to miss this. Behind the pursuit of performance and achievement and succeeding is just a desire to know that you matter, that you're enough, that you're loved. Research tells us that this hamster wheel of chasing for validation and approval is a losing game. A 2023 study found that people who derive their self-worth primarily from external sources, like maybe career success or appearance or financial status, they report significantly higher levels of anxiety and depression. Like, get this, the thing that you think will actually validate you and make life perfect is actually statistically making you more miserable. Another study found that 61% of adults, listen to this is heartbreaking, they believe they're only as valuable as their last achievement. You're chasing the next promotion, you're chasing the next validation from your boss or your spouse or someone in your life to say, great job, you did a good job, you're enough, and you chase and you chase and you chase, and it's exhausting. And then what if the things that you've actually achieved are all of a sudden taken away? Like suddenly the career that your foundation, your identity was placed in gets ripped away. Or what if the relationship ends? Or what if the perfectly curated life and reputation suddenly feels like it's falling apart around you? What you place your confidence in, Southeast, has either the power to bring life or bring death.